Alright, my friend, we're on video, what is it, 4, I think? Doesn't really matter, but it's thankfully a more easy part of the song. Very relaxing part sonically, too. It's part of On the Run where it calms down and it goes to a clean guitar, and it says, let me just pull this up, I probably should have this ready. So this is the part of the song where Tillian says, I'm giving in this time, or whatever, well, I got it here anyway, but it's basically the first clean break. So this one's not very hard at all. I don't think comparatively anyway. All you're gonna do is we're back in 8 fret land over here, and it's gonna be the index finger on the low 8 string, or the low 8 fret, sorry, of the low string. That one. And then, as usual with the song, there's a lot of muting and stuff. So you know what? I don't know why I said that. There's actually no muting in this specific chord, but there will be in the next chords. So we're just gonna basically bar your finger, your index finger, on the across the entire span of the 8th fret, just across the board, right? But of course we'll make that better by actually putting other notes in certain places. So bar 8, and then we're gonna put simply our pinky and our ring finger on the B string and the G string, 10th frets. So 10 on the B, 10 on the G. And it sounds like, it's a very beautiful chord. It sounds like this, nice and rich. And that's chord 1. And to decorate that, we're gonna strike it once, right? We're gonna go high E to B, holding the chord, high E to, and then B, and then back to high E, and then down to G. So we're gonna go high E, B, then high E, and then skip one down to G. Right? And then that's going to be our like central phrase for the riff, because that section keeps coming back to that chord. So that's like the basis of this whole thing, and it's never really going to change. It's always going to go back to right? And then we're going to go to our second chord out of 3, which is index on the 10th fret of the low string. We're going to mute the string below it, and then we're going to put our ring finger on the 10th fret as well of the D string, and then our index is going to go on the 9th fret of the G string. So, and those are the only ones we're hitting, and we're pretty much able to kind of use, I guess what I do is, essentially with any remaining flesh I have, I mute the bottom 2 strings, the highest 2 strings, but I don't want to, I do that, but I also try not to focus on them, and in doing so, I just kind of don't strike them as much. So the goal is just to get this basic part of the chord done first. So again, it's 10 with our index, mute the A string, 10 with our ring finger on the D string, and then 10 on the 9 on the G string with our index finger. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of ignore the last 2 strings, as the highest 2 strings. So it sounds like this: mute, 10, 9, right? So all in all, it's back to the first chord, which is. So the third chord out of all this, because it's just circular, it's a lead-in chord to back to the beginning, right? That's going to be index on the 7th fret. We're going to mute again. Actually, it's pretty easy to remember, because you know how we have this little block of 10 on the D and 9 on the G. We're going to maintain those frets, but we're just going to use our little finger on the 10th fret of the D, and our ring finger on the 9th fret of the G. It's hard to keep up with all these frets, but that way it'll enable us to use our index finger as the bass note, right? Which is again on 7, which is leading back up to the first chord. So again, it's and then we switch it up, but keep this little block here the same, and it's low on 7. So. I used to just kind of build it up. I think that's probably what he does in the song. But anyway, to have context, we'll play it along with the song so you can hear. And it's basically those 3 chords. Just the same thing over and over.
shutting down my mind.
So that's pretty much that section. And I think that happens. That actually certainly happens in another part of the song because the song ends on this one actually, and then it has a variation of it. But that's a really integral part of the song, and it's one of the less challenging sections, but it's super beautiful chords, and just a nice little part to play, even just if you're sitting on your couch or something, just hanging out. It's one of those really nice sections. So after this, we're just gonna keep going on in this song, and I hope that it's been helpful for you as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you.